You don't pay if you don't profit. Okay? You don't pay if you don't profit. You got 7 days to come hang out with us and see how we get down. And if you're not profitable in that time period, or you don't feel like you can be profitable going forward, or you just don't like hanging with the squad, you can leave with no charge, no foul, no harm. It's all love. Right? I can't think of a deal on the internet better than that. And then on top of that, if you do decide that, damn, they really getting to it. Damn, I made all this money, right? It's only $40 a month to continue after that. I'm telling y'all, we the squad. Forget all that humble shit. We are the squad. We got people leaving and coming to us for a reason. Word is starting to get around. Come see for yourself. 7 days free, and then you decide. What's going on, guys? Look, it's Marcel Benson, investor and entrepreneur, and I got a jam-packed video for y'all, right? Today is the Sunday watch list of stocks that we're going to eat off this week. So I'm going to go over the 3 stocks that I'm locked in with for the month of May, right? So this is going to be consistent all throughout the month of May on Sundays. It's going to be the same 3 stocks, but I'm going to show you each week what I'm seeing as things can change drastically, all right? So I'm going to walk you through Palantir, NVDA, and Hut 8. But before I jump into this video, I really want y'all to understand something. Y'all ever heard that saying, May flowers are bought by April showers, or April showers bring May flowers, however you want to say it? It's a very important saying, right? Because in the stock market, it's the same way, right? We had some rough climates like over the past month or two. Right? The stock market has not been in a place that's been predictable. If you've been trading the market, you know what I'm talking about, right? It's been up, it's been down, it's been sideways for a little bit, range bound. It's been going in the opposite direction of what technicals are saying. It's been influenced by sporadic news, right? So many different things have been causing the stock market to act irrationally. And people are just like, yo, I just want the market to get to a place where it's in a direction and I can follow that direction and I can make money. All right. So we may be getting there pretty soon. But like I said, April showers bring May flowers. So we calling this Money May for a reason, right? It's a lot of opportunities that are setting up that are coming off the back of the showers or the storms that we had in April. And now it's time to flourish. Now it's time to bloom. We just got to make sure that we're correctly positioned. So in a second, I'm going to go over, my 3 stocks for my watch list for the lunch menu. Again, Palantir, NVIDIA, and and Hut 8. And I think we got some really, really, really cool opportunities that are setting themselves up. So I'm going to go over that in just a second. But I'm telling you, like, there's a few little tricks that also may be also shaping up. But I'll help you navigate all of that in this video, okay? So I'm about to show you guys real quick, all right? So as you can see right here, I got Palantir pulled up first, right? Palantir is a beauty, right? You see right here, we got the previous highs. So that's the next level that this stock is trying to break through. Now, if you look at it on the weekly, I'm going to bring it up to the weekly, and let me cut the Bollinger Bands off. Let me cut the Keltner off. Right. So I'm going to cut these off. And just look at that. That's very bullish. Right. On the weekly, we got 2 strong closes, barely any sort of wicks, just bull. Right. Strong volume above average. Right. It has about $1 to go to reach all-time highs. So if it reaches all-time highs and blows through it, then that opens up the door for the next pivot to be somewhere around like 136 possibly. But here's what I'm thinking for Palantir, right? Yes, we could easily go, break highs and then go crazy. Earnings is tomorrow. So you could see a gap up. But I'm seeing a slightly different scenario, right? I'm seeing that's the obvious move. I'm seeing if you get Palantir above highs, it's going to cause the whole market to be like, oh, it's to the moon. When in reality, it's super overbought, it's extended, and there's still some gaps that need to be filled to the downside. For instance, this one right here, right around $100, like 90s. What is this? Like 96.51 to about 97.65. There's still a gap there that needs to be filled. So what I'm seeing is exhaustion from the top, and I'm seeing a possible weakening and a very strong move to the downside. Now, of course, this is not a move that you want to front run. You want to make sure you know what you're doing. You want to make sure you understand what's going on here. So we got to let it kind of play out a little bit before we make any sort of decision about getting into that put. Now, the beautiful thing about it is, like I said, earnings is tomorrow. So you're going to know pretty quickly how the market feels about Palantir's performance. Now, if it pops up, then it could be a couple of days or, maybe even a week before it decides that it wants to come down, fill that gap, and then ultimately come all the way down and fill this gap. And by that time, I think we will finally, be deciding to choose a direction, whether it breaks down and goes even further, and that's the market at large, or if it fills that gap and that's when the market is ready to go do what it does for the summer to the upside. So it's so many different scenarios. So we don't want to front run it. We don't want to try to guess what earnings is going to be. I think that they're going to exceed expectations in terms of performance, but that does not guarantee that the stock is going to to go up. So I have noticed a lot of institutions were dumping Palantir this week, and that could be because they know a little bit something about where the market is headed. Post these earnings, right? So we've seen Microsoft do really well. We saw some other companies do really well, and Palantir could have the same success in the first couple of days, but I do believe that Palantir ultimately wants to come down because it's really top heavy. All right. The next one we have is NVDA. Oh man, I love NVIDIA so much. I'm not gonna lie to you. NVIDIA looks so good. Look at that. Let's look at this. Let me shrink this a little bit so you can see the full picture. All right. NVIDIA looks really good. Matter of fact, let me put this on the weekly so you can see this. NVIDIA, it has a beautiful falling wedge, and we got a bullish close on the weekly outside of this falling wedge. NVIDIA is currently sitting at 114.50 and can come all the way up to about 161 in a short period of time. So this is something that I'm going to be watching very closely. I'm already in one swing with NVIDIA, but I may pick up some more contracts depending on how things go, in these first couple of days of the week. But we got so much room to the upside for NVIDIA. So I'm going to be watching that very closely. Again, y'all, if you're not familiar with a falling wedge, get familiar with them, because when they show up, it's banger season, right? It's time for you to make a lot of money and quickly, right? When you go back and back test this, you go look at some other times that there was a falling wedge, meaning, you got two trend lines, right, forming a more narrow consolidation. So you get the wide consolidation, then a narrow downward consolidation, forming a wedge, and then you get a breakout, and then it's to the moon. Okay, so y'all definitely want to keep that in y'all back pocket. If you're not familiar with that, definitely get familiar with that. And the last and final stock that I have is Hut 8. Hut 8's one of my favorites, right? Hut 8 is a sleeper. I feel like not enough people talk about Hut 8. Hut 8 moves with crypto, and Hut 8, as you can see, does have earnings coming up in 4 days. But it could be a little exhausted. I am seeing some decrease in volume in crypto. And though Hut 8 has earnings coming up, it's never going to outperform the sector in which it's in, which is crypto. So even though, Hut 8 might have a strong quarter, you could still see it possibly go down if we can't get Bitcoin and some of these other larger coins on base, and there's more interest in crypto. So I'll be watching this. One scenario is that it could start to make its way up, back to this 21 right here. This previous candle high right here, but it could also, because we're looking at this on a weekly, this could also symbolize some version of exhaustion, right? Like we got this up move for the week, and then we got this hammer, which could be a little bit of exhaustion on the to the upside, right? So we're gonna have to kind of see, how it plays out. Like I said, we're doing a 3-stock challenge, so we're only focusing on these 3 stocks for the month. So this is not an obvious setup. There's nothing here, even on the daily. There's nothing here that says that this is obvious. Like this is more in a consolidation, right? This is more of a consolidation. So there's nothing really obvious here. So we're gonna have to wait until this week shows us, what's up with this. All right. So those are the 3 stocks that I'm watching this week. I hope you guys, join the group, right? I want to spend a little bit of time talking about this, right? We are doing a 3-stock challenge, and it's called Money May. I probably should have put this at the top of the video. Matter of fact, I'm shooting this now, but I might put this at the top of the video because this is very important. All Money May, you can join for 7 days for absolutely free. There has never been, I know everybody that's selling something say that. It's never been a better time to join. It's never been a better time to join. I'm like 7 days, and y'all get to come and hang out with us. Y'all get to come and see how we play and get down and make money every single day. I can't think of a better deal. It goes like this. You go join, no money required. You make money, and then it's like, oh, dang, well, I can easily pay this $40 to stay in here, month to month. Or if you feel like it's not for you, or you think we're some shitty people and you don't like the vibe of the community, you can leave and it's of no cost to you, right? So I think it's a really good deal to come and just be nosy for a second and see what we got going on and see like why everybody keeps saying that this is one of the greatest groups that they've ever been a part of. Why everybody keep magically making money like right here. Like why we get profits like this and this and this and this. Why do we keep getting these types of profits in the group? I don't know. You got to come figure it out for yourself. All right. Look, I'm going to see you guys in the next one. All right. Peace.